Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about all of the books, or I guess not so many books, that I read in September. Okay, September was an interesting reading month in that I read very few fucking books. I don't really know what's wrong with me. I feel like ever since July, I've had a really hard time finding books that really pique my interest and that I want to continue to read. And I also started my first big girl job this week. Life's different now, that's for sure, so I haven't really been reading as much as I would like, but I'm hoping to turn that around for October because I've got a lot of spooky shit up my sleeve that I want to read. I read 2 2-star reads, 2 5-star reads, and 2 4-star reads. Overall, wasn't the worst reading month, but there were quite a few rereads in here, so I feel like that's the red flag. It's like if you've been rereading too many things, something's wrong. So the first book I read this month was a male romance called A Little Bit Like Desire. I read the first book, which I think was called A Little Bit Like Heaven or something like that. They're by Brooke Blaine. She's a really good author and I usually really like her shit, but this book was so fucking boring to me and I should have known from the prologue that it wasn't gonna be great. It follows a tattoo artist named Shaw and a former rock star named Trent, and the prologue, they hook up in a dark room. They don't know who they're fucking. And that's not relationship building, and that's not people with a history. I don't know what that is, except for unexciting to me. The relationship that developed too wasn't exciting, and it just kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. I don't want to go so far as to say that the relationship was fetishizing gay men, but it definitely, there was really no reason for these two to be together besides them finding each other hot, and that's not how real life relationships work usually. I don't know, didn't like this, give it 2 stars, and especially after how great the first book was, this was just not it. Okay. This book, I don't think is out yet. Comes out in October. It's Dear Evan Hansen by Val Emick, or Emmich, I don't know how to say it, and some other authors. I don't know if I'm fucking missing something, and I want you to comment down below if you absolutely love the musical and can tell me more about it, but this book was depressing, and not in a good way. It reminded me a lot of Perks of Being a Wallflower, which I talked about in my Popular Books I Hated video. It's making mental illness very dramatized, and it's also not allowing for mental illness to be a part of someone's personality. It just made this guy's mental illness his entire personality. Liking video games is a personality characteristic. Having anxiety, that's not really your personality, pal. I didn't really say, but the plot in essence is about this boring ass white guy named Evan who, through some shitty circumstances, ends up having to lie to a bereaved family about his friendship with the dead kid. You know? That's a great way to fucking start. And at the end of the book, the grieving family figures out that Evan actually wasn't friends with their son. And that's pretty much the end of the book. And then Evan goes on to just be fucking sad and anxious and depressed and still have no friends or prospects or personality. It really irritated me that Evan never made breakthroughs. He was just a boring white dude that I was supposed to sympathize with, but I simply fucking did not sympathize with him. He wasn't very sympathetic. So I don't know if this is anything like the musical. I'm assuming it's pretty similar. Maybe a musical makes light of the situation, but reading it as a book, it was just really depressing. There were no redeeming characteristics. I didn't find it funny at all, and I just really didn't give a shit what happened to Evan. And at the epilogue, where he has a shitty life, I didn't care, you know? He kind of deserved it. So, not a fan. Gave that one 2 stars. Honestly, it probably deserved 1 star. I absolutely could not stand that book, and I would not recommend it. First 5-star read. The next 2 were gonna be 5 stars. It went 2 2-stars, 2 5 stars, 2 4 stars. You're gonna see a video coming up on this, but I reread Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I absolutely loved this book. This is everything that I wanted Harry Potter to be, that Harry Potter isn't, and especially in light of J.K. Rowling and her problematic shit that she keeps tweeting. Find a new fave in Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. It's very similar to Harry Potter. I mean, there are some key differences that I think really make this one stand apart from Harry Potter in the best ways. I would say that this is my favorite male-male relationship in young adult. It is that good. So, yes, I reread this. I loved it. I have a video coming on it. It might be a comparison between this and Harry Potter. Who knows? But if you wanted Harry Potter to be gay, maybe pick it up. If you just wanted Harry Potter to be more diverse, also pick this up. The next book that I read this month, I'm sure you guys all saw my fucking riveting review of. This book was awarded the coveted Golden Dumpster Award, and that is Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. I love this book. I don't feel like I have to say it again, but it really is deserving of 5 stars. While the plot kind of wasn't everything that I wanted it to be and more, it still astounds me that this book in particular is one that has stood the test of time. There's no girl hate, there's no slut shaming, there's none of that. It is actually genuinely good. And this female has female friends too, unlike every other fucking white bitch written in 2008. So love this. Would highly recommend it if you're kind of looking for some kind of shitty throwback 2000s book that will actually surprise you. Like this is it. This is amazing. You know, just, it's amazing. Okay, and then the next two books, I kind of already talked about them in my Contemporary-a-thon vlog / wrap-up video. These are the only other two books that I finished, which is kind of tragic, but I gave both of these 4 stars. I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about them. Lumberjanes was a graphic novel for one of the challenges of Contemporary-a-thon. I really enjoyed this. It kind of pissed me off that the eyes on one of these characters was different. Let me see if I can find it for you. This character right here has like bubbly eyes, and all of these ones have like dots for eyes. Like, what's that about? I don't understand. Like, is she a different species? I don't think so. I think she's human. That irritated me. But I was surprised how much I enjoyed the plot and the characters, given that this was very short, and it was, given that it was also kind of cutesy. I'm not really into cutesy shit. I liked it, and I also liked the sapphic relationship that I think is developing, which we need more sapphic relationships. And I don't know, I liked this. This was good. Give it 4 stars. I'm gonna continue on, but not with the physical book anymore. I'm gonna put them on my Kindle. This last book, I head-ass, dead-ass, high-key, low-key, fucking enjoyed, and that is The Case for Jamie by Brittany Cavallaro. This was good. I mean, I don't think it really deserved 4 stars, but I enjoyed the fuck out of it. Was the plot good? No. Was it fun to read? Also no. But again, the characters, they more than made up for it, and I'm a hoe for characters. This is the 3rd book in the Charlotte Holmes series. It follows Sherlock Holmes and Jamie Watson. In this book, they are separated for about a year. Charlotte kind of goes missing and is kind of solving a crime on her own, and Jamie is kind of living his life back at Sherringford Academy by himself. Once they finally link back up and fight crime together, shit gets interesting. There's a plot twist in this that I personally think kind of makes up for the lackluster plot. And the fucking epilogue, man. The fucking epilogue. I am such a sucker for stone cold characters that have no emotional capacity getting emotional. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. Those are the 6 books that I read this month. I wish that I could say that I read more, but unfortunately that just was not the case. But anyway, thank you for watching. I love you guys so much, and I don't know, comment down below if you've read any of these books. Also comment down below like your tips for getting out of a reading slump. I'm sure you can tell I'm slumping real hard. But anyway, until next time.